Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video, and please like, subscribe, and share the video. And if you want to, in the description below, there is a donation link for me to get better stuff in the future so I can provide better content for you guys. That's enough of me wasting your time. Thanks for watching the video. Alright, a little bit of a different video today. This is going to be on the Korea side of things. So we're going to start with a few things. I'm going to try and zoom this in for you guys to be able to see. Hopefully this is good enough. Give me one more time. Alright, so we have Neil Blue Steel here. So she is a SSR character. She is a 4-cost striker, attacks the ground and moves on the ground. She has 2 valid hits on her basic attack, so that's an AoE, and she does damage with her front sword, although she does not know how to use more than 2 swords. So you can see she has 3 swords here. But basically, for each level, damage percent 5, obviously, regular basic attack. So her passive is Ethereal Overdrive. So there's 2 valid hits on this. Decent amount of cooldown. The passive. Enhanced AoE attack after 4 basic attacks. If any unit dies on the field, she gets 50% attack speed buff for 5 seconds. Time does not renew while buff is on. Damage reduction, and then at level 5, ranged attack damage will increase maximum by 75% with current HP reduced. Ranged attack damage will increase maximum by 75%. Huh. So the lower your HP, the higher range attack damage, or is it damage reduction? I'm assuming it's damage reduction because that doesn't make sense as a striker. I don't know if she's able to actually attack from far away. We'll be able to see though. As special skill also applies to this condition. Level 5, I assume. So her special hits 3 valid hits, cooldown 22 seconds, rushes forward, and if enemy gets hit, deals AoE damage. Target becomes skill bind. Okay, so seal. 20% extra damage. Immune to all damage after skill until she uses 2 basic attacks. Ooh, okay. That's an interesting concept. Call Blade Catastrophe. 4 valid hits, 46 cooldown, 20% damage. Enemies will be blind for 4 seconds and deals AoE damage. It's a decent character, I think. Honestly, doesn't impress me that much, and I think if I go to the Korea tier list here, they do rate her pretty fucking bad for stuff. For raids, obviously, because she doesn't do as much to a boss, co-op, but she's pretty decent in Shadow Hall. She's pretty bad as a support, but she's pretty good in story, but also in PvP she's not that bad. So she could be quite useful, I assume, simply because you have skill bind, you have blind, and you also have damage immunity. So she should be pretty decent, I assume. Aside from that, we also have Sky Rayfield. So she is a 3-cost move on the ground, attacks all units on the air or the ground. She's a support unit and she's a SSR counter. She has 1 valid hit, throws the eagle ball and throws at the enemy. Her passive, wish to become true, invisible for 15 seconds when deployed. 3 base attacks equals 1 additional AoE attack and allies get 3% up to 15% for 8 seconds except for herself. So she's a nice damage buffer, okay. Damage resistance for a huge white area as well. Add new buff. Cost 3 and under ally gets debuff res 50%. Cost 4 and over ally gets stun immune? That's kind of insane. Okay. Let's play ball special. Eagle granted balls flies to the front. 2 valid hits. Give damage to farthest visible enemy. Farthest visible enemy and around AoE damage. Enemies gets blind for 5 seconds. New debuff is also distance equals more damage. Okay. Interesting. Ultimate, Little Big Smash, 3 valid hits, 48 seconds. Create a big fist with summon things and deals AoE attack to frontline. Damage enemies gets minus 50% evasion and gets stunned for 3 seconds. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I believe she's probably pretty decently rated, I believe, in PvP, I would think. Ooh, she isn't. Ooh, I see. Wait, yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. Raids wise, content wise, buffer, damage resistance buffer, that would actually be really good for raids and stuff. Debuff immunity and stun immunity is pretty good. But otherwise, she actually doesn't really do as much. Now I think about it, she shouldn't do that much damage, and the debuffs are really nice. But like, I don't think you would use as a 3 cost. I don't think you would really use her over the other supports in the game right now. So that's why she's kind of lowly rated, I believe. So that's fair enough, to be honest. It's fair, considering all the other characters. You have KC Beans as well. SSR counter, defender, attack ground, move ground, cost 3 AoE basic attacks. I'll project you, valid hits. 2 jumps into the battlefield to rescue friends. Is this an ETB? It might be. Give range attack and provoke enemies to the attacker for 8 seconds when deployed. Ooh, okay. Relative enemies who got attacked. She gains more attack and defense, 10% for 30 seconds. Maximum 30%. Buff does not be able to remove. Immune to all times of attacks for 4 seconds, where buff gets 3 stacks. And her special, swinging axe, AoE damage. Last enemy who gets attack, gets their barrier broken. Damage resistance for when the skill is activated. 3 valid hits 46 seconds. Pull enemies around KC and gives damage to them. All debuffs on KC are removed and all status 10% permanently. 3% of maximum HP is restored when the skill is activated. So that's a pretty decent tank. What did the KR people say about her? Yeah, I'd expect so. She's basically a self-sustaining tank. That's pretty damn valuable, especially also in Shadowhall, considering a self-healing tank, that's way worth the cost, and she's only a 3 cost unit as well. So in that case, she's actually a really, really good unit. I would actually like to obtain her. You also have Artie Rana. She's 2 costs, SR counter sniper, attacks all range. 1 single target basic attack. All attacks from counters minus 40% damage using her own knowledge of counters. Give half of her buff to around. Ooh, so an AoE buff, passive buff, AoE aura, to give basically 20% damage reduction. Additionally, also gives counter damage 20%, 10% for everyone around her. That's actually a really nice buff. As a sniper too. Last 3 valid hits, 20-second cooldown. Shoot cannon to 1 target, gives damage to targets and around. So AoE damage enemies get 10 minus 10% attack for 10 seconds, 2 times effect for counters. Okay, 20% attack reduction for counters. That's interesting. Standard stuff. Ultimate, rolling blaze, keep shooting her cannons, gives range attack for a long time. So she extends her range then, I believe. And 50% damage increase against counters. Last cannon gives skill block for 8 seconds. Okay, nice seal. Okay, interesting. Okay, in terms of that, she would definitely be pretty good for PvP, considering the fact that she literally buffs and debuffs counters on her own team. And that's pretty huge. As a 2-cost and a sniper, I like that a lot, actually. And for Shadowhall, that would definitely be pretty good as well, considering the fact that she's low cost and she gives a really, really good buff and debuffs. She's really strong. Now, let's go on to the Blue Bridge Mark II. So this is actually a really good ship. It's probably one of the best soldier ships now. And in general, you can run it without soldiers. But basically, you get 30% attack speed and speed for 8 seconds when units are deployed. So it's a temporary passive buff, but it's really nice for rushing in a sense. But for the first ability, 20% here, HP recovery 1.5%, 8 seconds buff range created. So you basically get to summon down a healing pod. And then the second one creates 3 pods, which can deploy soldier units every 5 seconds. And I believe, it doesn't show anywhere here, but I believe those are defenders, strikers, and rangers, I believe. Or no, snipers as well. Snipers, rangers, and strikers, rangers, snipers. I think just those 3. I don't think there's defenders. But in general, pretty good ship. That's it for the most part, though. We can always talk about the old Amy First Wing, but we're not gonna talk about that. We also have Mika Star. So it's pretty interesting on what she can do. She's a SSR counter supporter, attacks all, move ground, and costs 3. And draws a line with a pencil to attack 1 enemy. It's interesting. same fucking concept of Young Harem, I guess. Um, so damage, basic auto attack damage, single target. She is a supporter, keep this in mind. That can attack all. So she gets sleep immunity and plus 200 evasion for units around when deployed. After S special and ult, all enemies will get 10% of max HP reduced for 60 seconds. Yikes. That is huge. Oh my god, these buffs are... What is this character? That's insane. Attack loss debuff becomes 25% instead of 10%. Dude, these are huge debuffs. And her ulti summons a strange star and gives AoE damage. Crit damage 25% for 12 seconds. Enemies within range can get stunned for 4 seconds. And will also get their barrier invalid for 12 seconds as well. That is huge. Oh my god, Mika Star. That is one crazy character. And she's a new character, so we actually don't have a rating for her. But in my opinion, the fact that she can do this for passive, decent debuffs and stuns and barrier cancellation, 3-cost supporter, and can attack all, that's got to be an A or S unit, definitely. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let me know if you guys want to see more of this content.